What's up, guys? Welcome back to another backyard simulator session. Today we're playing TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee, continuing on with the PGA Tour schedule. This course is, I'm assuming, like the other TPC course, is going to be pretty difficult, so we'll see how we can do. This was actually the first one that I believe you'll see on screen, or already saw, that had the option to play from the PGA Tour tees. So I don't know if that's because the tournament's coming up, so they have that as an option, but all the other ones I play from the furthest back tees. I'd assume this is the furthest back, so we're gonna give it a try using the Garmin Approach R10 as the simulator launch monitor. This screen that you're seeing with the course is the Garmin app with Home Tee Hero. Everything within here, as of the time being, Garmin still hasn't fixed anything, but everything's basically 2 to 3 clubs short outside of 100 yards. So 100 yards is pretty close. I'll play that accurately what I would on course. Everything else is, I usually add just 20 yards to it to get the right club selection. So first tee, par 4. We've got water up there. Hopefully we can cover that. Put the driver out there. Ideally turn it over a little bit to the left and have a nice open second shot in. That one's low and probably going to go a good amount to the left. It definitely turned over, but we overcooked that. Now we got to mess with these trees. This is not ideal. I think we're right under one and the other one's right in front of us. So I don't know if we can get a wedge up that quick. I think I'm gonna aim this way, take my medicine, and just do a punch. I guess we'll go 5-iron, keep it low, a little punch 5, hopefully run it up to the green. Choke down on this, put it back in my stance, cut off the follow through. Should keep it low. Started right. Alright, that's about all we were looking for there. It's gonna cost us a stroke versus hitting into the green on 2, but alright, 77 yards plus another 7 for the rough, which is 84, I believe. So we're gonna go 52. Right around 100 yards, it starts to get a little hairy. I think around the 100-yard mark, when you're like between like 1 and 110, it's probably about 10 yards. So once you hit that 100 mark, it goes up a little bit, and then after that, about 110, 115, 120 and on, it's definitely that at least 2 to 3 clubs. But about 85 yards. See if we can put this 52-degree close. Struck it pretty good. I popped it up a little bit. Might be a little short. Yeah. We're on though. I think a bogey to start it. Really got to figure something out with this. I don't really care about the dirt with my shoes. I can just wipe them off, but I'm basically, all the swinging, I'm basically hitting out of a hole. So I mentioned it before, I would like to eventually maybe I was thinking about a hitting mat, but one, I would have to spend probably $600 to get a decent one similar to the driving range. 2, I could put basically artificial turf, but I think 1, it would move underneath my feet. It's basically like hitting off a rug. And 2, I think with my spikes, I think I would probably tear holes in it within a week or 2. So I'm thinking either mulch or crushed stone, and out of those 2, mulch seems like a better option. Unless any of you out there have a better option or suggestions that you care to offer. Second hole, par 4. Pop that one up. It should be relatively straight, but it's not going to go very far. My external battery pack that I usually use died on me, so I'm at 36%. Hopefully that's enough to get at least 9 holes in here. Ideally the full 18 if I play quick. So we've got 147 plus the 20 is 167. That should be 7 iron. Struck that one pretty good. Should be pretty straight if it has the distance. Ooh, I had the distance and we're in the bunker, I think. Is that gonna be +3 out of the bunker? Yep, that's tough. Good shot too. Third hole, par 5, water on the right. Whoa. This is a long hole. Narrow landing spot in those trees too. So we need 245-ish. We'll aim a little bit up here. Got some room to go left and a little bit to the right. Gonna be a long second shot over that water. Or at least next to the water. Should be relatively straight. A little bit better distance-wise than the last one, I would think. So again, 249, could have been close to that on course. Wouldn't be shocked with that. It also could have been, in my opinion, that was probably closer to 270. And some people would argue with the longer clubs, especially driver, you know, long irons, hybrids, whatnot, 3-wood, you're closer to 3 or 4 clubs off depending on your setup. So could have also been closer to, I don't know, 10-20 yards more than that. But so we got 294. It's putting us 228 up there plus 20. So we're at, with the slope, 246. That should be 3 hybrid. If we can catch it clean and keep it straight. That was off the heel, low and to the left. Hopefully it comes back a little. It did not, but I think we have a look at it. Overall, for not being a good strike, if I hit a 4-iron there, I definitely wouldn't have got that yardage and it probably would have been way further left. So to only be a little bit left, we're in play. 215 on course, that was probably closer to 235. We'll take that with the 3 hybrid off the deck. So we've got 90 yards plus another 9. We're right at 99. Now yardage wise this gets tricky, but also club selection wise for me, I've mentioned in a couple videos, that 99 right around there, that's either pretty close to a full 52 or a choke down pitching wedge, which I'm going to opt for here. My only worry is I know I can take a smoother, more conservative swing with my pitching wedge and get relatively close, versus I could probably get closer with the 52 if I really hit it good, but you always run with that chance of hitting it fat, or my worry really is hitting it thin and being a good amount over. And we'll see. Struck it decent. All right, we'll take that. Got out of here with a par. My goal, like I've mentioned in other videos, for these TPC level courses and the PGA Tour type courses, I aim for bogey golf or better. Definitely take anything less than that, but with these yardages, especially from the back tees and some of the way these holes are laid out. You can run into some trouble pretty easily. Par 4, or fourth hole, par 3. We've got 191 down 5, so that's 186 plus 20. We're at 206. So I think 206. That could either be a teed up 4-iron, or I think I'm gonna go 5 hybrid off the deck. Do we have, is there water up there we gotta get over? There's water on the left. We're gonna aim just right side of the green, give ourselves a little wiggle room there. That one's gonna go right. That might be off the green on the right. Should be a decent number though. Damn, that might be +2. If we aim straight, that probably would have been pretty close to the middle. And we got a par. That's the problem with this. I can imagine some people probably say, oh well, it's kind of cheesy if you can just aim and get away from the water, but the problem is you aim one way, and if you still hit it that way, you hit it the other way. It doesn't care which way you aim, it's still gonna go that way. But I guess if you're a notorious either slicer or you hook the ball, you could aim way one way or the other, and it could strain you out a little bit more than you would on course. But I think for the average player, it's still gonna reflect if you pull one way left or way right. Fifth hole, par 5. And for the money, there's no real complaints with the unit and the software. The unit's about 600 bucks, and the software for this Garmin app is $10 a month. So compared to others, it's not too bad, but it would take it to a whole nother level if Garmin could figure out the shortages, or at least give users the option to adjust it the way they see fit. It would make this definitely worth the money in my opinion. Now it's probably going to turn over a good amount to the left, hopefully relatively straight. Go past that tree. Alright. Not a great swing. Overcooked that one more to the left. Good and bad news is that seems to be my miss with this driver, as opposed to slicing at least half, if not 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 drives to the right with my old driver. This one seems to be straining out, and if anything, the miss is to the left, which if you slicers out there, I'm sure you'd probably happily take that, as I am. So we got 296 home out of the rough. This is going to come up well short, but we're going to hit a 3 hybrid up there, hopefully get within a wedge. Started a little left, and it's definitely going left. But right under that tree. I don't know if this is gonna clip it if I hit a wedge up here. Bump and run, or do we hit a pitching wedge? It looks like we're clear. I mean, we're under it. We're under the right side of it. I wouldn't think it'd be able to get up and clear the trees by the time it's out there, but we're gonna go. So we've got 103 with the slope, 101, plus another 10, that's 111, plus 20, or at least 10. So we're looking at 121, 131. Then we're gonna go about a 3/4 pitching wedge. This might come up a tad short. I think we cleared it. That was a little more than a half. That was closer to a full pitching wedge, but decent number. 6th hole, par 4, moving right along here. We got a dog leg to the left. This is a questionable line here by the Garmin app. We'll see. I'll have to look at where the tee box is on course. I can't imagine they have you hitting right into these trees, but hopefully with driver, we're gonna aim a little bit out here to the right and only have to go over this first one and around those other two. I can't imagine they have you taking a line right at like 3 or 4 trees, but maybe. It's also tough to tell how tall those trees actually are on here, if you could just easily get it over, or if those are relatively tall trees we're gonna hit directly into them if you don't launch the drive decently high. That started right. I don't know, I think did we catch? I think we might have caught that first tree. And there's just absolutely no rollout in the rough on this application, but it is what it is. We've got 259 home. It's aiming us up there. I think we've got, there's a tree right there. We'll go there. Hopefully the 3 hybrid gets it over that corner of the tree there on the left. Caught it fat, and it was left. Wow, we cleared those. That was lucky. Definitely didn't hit that well, so the distance reflected that, but I'd rather be there and short versus messing around with trees again. So we've got 77. It's gonna be about a 3/4 52 degree here. Struck it decent if that's going to be the number. Hung it out a little right, but tad short, almost pin high, 5 yards to the right or so. Another bogey, or at least a bogey. 7th hole, par 4. This one looks relatively straight compared to the others and straightforward without a whole lot of stuff we got to mess with. Could use a good drive here and get back on track. Hopefully we're on the green in 2. That was low and off the heel. It's probably gonna go decent amount to the left. It started kind of straight, but .242 into the left. We probably could have got closer to 260, 270 out of that if I hit it off the middle of the club face and it went straight. So we've got 234 plus the rough. That's another 20 yards, plus the shortage is another 20. So we're right around 275. Don't know about being on the green in 2 here, but we should get relatively close with this 3 hybrid if I catch it clean. Worst swing of the day. That was honestly, I mean, it only went 125, so on course that would have been 145. That's probably about accurate with a little more of a rollout on course than on here. That was a pretty bad shot. So we've got 109 with the rough, that's another 10, so we're at 119 plus 20 We're at 139. That's gonna be basically between a full pitching wedge and a soft 9. I'm gonna opt for the full pitching wedge. Oh boy, we're at 20%. Gonna opt for the full pitching wedge. Maybe shut down the face just a tad, get a little extra distance out of it. Oh, that was really thin. Come on, give us a +2. Give us a +2. +3. 8th hole, par 3. Well, it looks like we'll get at least 9 in, so this could be a 9-hole video versus 18 if the phone dies. We'll see. I think we were around 35-ish when we started, so we're down 15%. Hopefully this extra 20 lasts us. 170 down 3, 167 plus 20, 187. Should be a 6-iron off the deck. I probably would on course tee it up just a tad, but with this country club mat, the ball sits up pretty good, so I don't really tee up irons a whole lot. Hung that one out to the right, struck it decent, but that's probably going to be off the green to the right. One thing I have found, which I guess it's good that I realized, but sometimes when I hit and I don't adjust the mat as frequently as I should, the front of the mat, I usually line up my feet like that. That one I could feel the mat was facing a little bit that way, so I'm just either opening or closing my stance just a tad, which generally reflects in the ball flight. So we've got 22 plus another 2 for the rough. Wheels are coming off. Wow, that got lucky. There's no way that would have stayed on the green in real life. That was super thin. Barely made contact with the ball on that one. 9th hole, par 4. Looking like a dogleg right, water up there. We'll leave it there, go driver. Hopefully keep this one straight. Now it's probably going to turn over a good amount to the left. So right side of the green, we've got 221 down 2, that's 219. Plus another 20, that's 239, plus another 20 for the shortage, that's 259. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit here. We're already +6. We're gonna aim even a little further right, and we're gonna hit a 3 hybrid up there. Should aim straight. That one's gonna go right. Should be up there though. That seems to be a common reoccurrence for me. I don't know if it's psychological. I have something in my mind like this water on the left. I know I can't hit it, so I aim right, and then more times than not, it seems to come out that way anyways. Probably just if I aim straight and I had that water in the back of my mind, I probably would have pulled it right anyways and it would have been decent. So we've got 44 plus another 4. We're at 48. We're gonna go 52. That was left. That might be short. Wasn't exactly short, but it was left. Bogey, 9th hole. So through 9, we got out of the front 9. What was that, +7? Yeah, +7. A little bit better than bogey golf. It's kind of what we were hoping for. 10th hole, par 4. We got a dog leg left. We got water to go over on the second shot. We'll put driver out there. Definitely wasn't off the middle of the club face, but it shouldn't be terrible. So we've got 226 home, plus 20, we're at 246. Gonna go 3 hybrid again. If I really smash this one, it'll go over just a little bit, but most likely won't happen. So this should be either a decent number or maybe just a little short. We shall see. Should have backed off that. My foot was not even on that. That might be in the water. Frustrating. And my feet were aimed towards the right. Or the mat was, and then really gonna get that mat stationary. 92 plus another 9, so we're right around 101-ish. I'm gonna go choke down pitch and wedge. Needed more than that. Hit it decent too, but not enough club. I choked down too far. So we're in the bunker. We've got 22. 20% of that is another 4. So we need 26. That was kind of thin again to the left. Hopefully that stays on the green. Game has not been super sharp thus far. Oh, this is a cool hole. Looking like an island green. 11th hole, par 3. We've got 152. Down 4, so we're at 148 plus 20, that's 168. Should be a 7-iron. Could probably even go smooth 6 to make sure we're over that water, but we've got a little room in front to mess with. Don't want to be, of course, with an island green super short, or you don't want to be take so much club where you're over the green into the water that way. Rather have a chance of putting it close. Good strike. That was still long. Good thing we didn't go 6. $14 yards plus another 10, which is 1.4, so we're right around 15 and a half. That should be better. That go in? We'll take that. First chip in of the day. I had a feeling as soon as I hit that, that would be better. I was right in the middle of the net, right around that 15-yard feel, strike-wise. I'll probably give it back on this hole with all this water, but 12th hole, par 4, a bunch of water on the right, and we got to go that way. So we're going to aim up here, 260-ish that way. Phone's getting close to 10% and dying, so hopefully we can speed this up a little bit. I popped that way up. That's only going to be about 200 yards and to the left. So we've got 161 plus 20, 181. We do not want to be short, so I'm going to go about a half a club up and go 6 iron here. Came out low. Sit, sit. We'll take that. Destroying all my shorts. These stupid gloves. I bend over like this, and all the grips that are falling apart and the dirt just ruins all of my shorts right on the quads. I just washed these gloves as well. It's a nice thing about the microfiber ones that I wear. They're good in the rain, good in super hot weather when you're sweating, and you can wash them, unlike the leather ones, and they're cheaper. 13th hole, par 4. That was better. Still a little low. Started right, hopefully comes back a little bit. All right, we'll take that. That was one of the better ones yet. 136 plus 20, so we're at 156, 158 with the slope. It's gonna be a 9 iron. Got a good swing on it. Started a little right. Can't be too mad at that. All right, 5 holes left. So we've got a par 3, 230, down 7, which is 223 plus 20. We need 243. Gonna do what I was just talking about and aim left. 243. I think I'm gonna go teed up 4 hybrid. I could probably come close and possibly get it there if I really hit it good. I could definitely get it there if I really hit it good with the 3 hybrid off the deck, but I feel like consistency wise, and this might be a slightly better yardage number wise with the teed up 4. Get it launched up a little bit higher. Oh, that was definitely higher. That might be short. I popped that up. Bad shot. Bad shot, bad shot, bad shot. So we got 179, 10%. It's another 7, so we're at 180 or 86 rather. It's gonna be about a 3/4 52. Start a little left. See, this is the thing. We got lucky with the chip in. But then something like that rolls right off the green and we get +3 for a triple bogey. So, in my opinion, it all evens out in the end. 15th hole. That looks like a tough pin placement back there. We got a dog leg left. We got a bunch of water to go over after this tee shot. Not a great strike. It's gonna go left. Got lucky there not catching that water. Another not so hot driver swing. We somehow have a look through here though. So we've got 149, 10%, that's another 14. So call it 150 plus 14, we're at 164. We're gonna go 7 iron. That's kind of an in-between number between a full 8 and a somewhat smooth 7. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Something moved in my bag right when I was about to hit that. All right, 2 not so great shots in a row. See if we can put this close, salvage a score here. So we got 18, call it another 2, so we need 20 yards here. That was thin and a little left. Bogey for those first 2, the tee shot and the second shot. That's actually not terrible. 3 holes left. 16th hole, par 5, dog leg left. We're gonna aim up here. That one's also going to go left, but that should be a little bit better. That was closer to the middle of the club face there. And it was, but now we have these trees to mess with, or at least one of them. I don't like that line. I think we're gonna do a punch 3 hybrid. Probably don't see that very often, but I've done this a couple times before. Worked out a few times. Choked down pretty far, basically to the metal here, or the graphite rather. Move it back in the stance. Cut the follow through off. They should go pretty low and somewhat to the right, I would think. Oh, and I top it. We still got these trees to mess with. I think I need to do that again. Maybe not choke down as far. Actually make contact with the ball. That was better. That's what we were looking for the first time. Wasted at least a stroke there though, which is unfortunate. 117 down 2, so we're at 115 plus another 10ish, so we're at 125 plus 20, we're at 145. Should be full pitching wedge. Maybe close the club face down just a tad, get an extra 5-ish yards out of it. Came off straight. Hopefully it has the distance. Go! That might be +3. Yep. Tough. Probably should have hit a 9 there. Alright, 2 holes. We're at 5%. We might just make it here. 17th hole, par 4. We've got water to go over after the second shot. We're going to aim slightly up here. Could use 2 good driver swings here, assuming that the 18th is a driver hole. That was better. A little low, started right. Hopefully it turns over to the left as it's doing. We'll take that. 227 plus 20, so we're at 247. It's going to be 3 hybrid territory. That might be in the water. That was very fat. No, we cleared it. Not even close to the green though. That was 60 yards short. That's tough. I've hit a couple decent ones, but I was hitting it before this course. Hitting the hybrids a little bit more consistent, and now we're back to not so hot again. So we need 59 yards. Gonna be about 50-ish%, 52 here. Caught it pretty good, maybe a little short. or long, and that's probably +3. Man, don't have a great feel for the, I got lucky with the +2. Don't have a great feel for the wedges today. Another bogey, 18th hole, par 4. Oh man, with a bunch of water all around. We're 15 over. If we can get out of here with a triple bogey or less, we'll have basically reached our goal of bogey golf at TPC Southwind, which hasn't been the most difficult course, but certainly not easy. Kind of tearing us up a little bit here. I think I hung that out to the right. It started right, it's probably gonna finish right. Not in the water though. All right, 196. We're in the rough though, just barely, so that's gonna take off another 20 yards because of that. So we're at 196, 10%, we'll call that 20. So we're at 216. Plus another 20, we're at 236. We're gonna aim up here, right side of the green, go 3 hybrid, hopefully finish this off with a good strike, get on the green here and call it a day. That was better. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little to the right, and we aimed right, so that might be, yep, bunker over it on the right. Almost had the distance though, pretty close to pin high. Again, if we aimed straighter, that could have caught the green, but. So we've got 23 plus another 2, we need 25 yards here. Hopefully, final 56 of the day, put something close. That could be decent. It was a little right. Bogey, I believe. All right. So, final score, TPC Southwind, Memphis. We came out with an 87. We were +16. We were 2 strokes under that bogey goal. We hit 6 out of 14 fairways, not great. Greens in regulation, even worse, at 4 out of 18. 34 putts, also not ideal, but we went 43, 44 for that type of course. It's not horrendous. Could have played a little bit better, definitely left some strokes out there on multiple holes, but it is what it is. 87, TPC at Southwind. That's all I have today before the phone dies, and I'll see you guys in the next course.